Hi, I'm Alexis Fridman, and I'm the producer for Mexico's Most Wanted. Mexico's Most Wanted talks about the life of Mexico's most prolific bank robber, Alfredo Rios Galeana. And he was a robber in the 80s. He robbed more than 80 banks, and he escaped from jail 3 times. That was his day job. At night, he had a double life as a very famous mariachi singer, and actually, while he was Mexico's most wanted man, or the first Mexican ever to have the term public enemy, he published 3 music records, and he used to sing wearing a mask in order to polish his records, and the police never put 2 and 2 together until very late in the game. Well, we had a production design team and a research team work while we were doing the script, which took about 1.5 to 2 years, and we did research, on every single character, every single bank which was robbed, and we tried to really bring that sense of reality to the film. So while looking around in Mexico, there were beautiful interiors and abandoned banks which we could use, but the exteriors, the ones we found were very complicated. Shooting in Mexico City, it's just an adventure on its own, because you have people screaming at you. You have closing the street is almost impossible if it's not on a Sunday. In Mexico, I think there are certain parts of the city that just stayed like in the 80s. So you just change a couple of cars, and you just take away the cell phones and do a little bit of wardrobe, and it's just perfect. It's the 80s. For some other parts, we went outside of the city looking for parts that would just look around the 80s. So we went to Chihuahua, which is a northern state. We found the perfect street for an action sequence, and the police just gave us all of the support. Also, surrounding Chihuahua, there's like beautiful scenery and beautiful deserts and lakes, and we needed that for certain sequences in the stories. In Mexico, the 80s looked like the 70s in the US. So it was just. So it's also a type of understanding that and having a chance to play with that, and also when you get to play with real characters that influenced Mexico so profoundly, because this story talks about the way that it still works. Just a couple of months ago, Chapo Guzman escaped by a very you could say a very intricate escape, or a very planned escape with the government, and this is the beginning of that. It's just policemen that turned into robbers, that worked for policemen, that then came back. It's just the foundation of the modern Mexican crime, and it's all started in this time with this group of police and robbers, and it's just part of Mexican culture. It's not only seeing how we dressed, but how the crime, or what we're best known for right now, which is crime and violence, how it started and how it comes with with this school. So it's just interesting.